Ah.
Hey,
Hello,
nice to meet
how are you?
you. I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing good too. Thanks for asking. My name is
What's your name?
Danielle.
Oh, Daniel. Nice to meet
Mhm.
you. Where are you from, Daniel?
I'm from the USA. Where are you
Oh,
from?
nice. Can we guess?
No.
Hmm. I'm from Iraq.
Iraq. Ah, nice to
Hmm.
meet you. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Let me
Yeah.
ask you about, are you tutor and native speaker or just native speaker?
I'm a tutor and a native speaker and a
Oh,
teacher too.
uh,
hmm
are
Yes.
you teaching in primary school, secondary, or just on Cambly?
Right now, just on Cambly. I have taught in
Hmm.
schools before, but not at the moment.
You was taught in primary school, secondary.
I taught in the university level.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes, yes. And
Mm,
now I live in Thailand. So I
mm.
don't work so much. I just teach on Cambly.
Oh wow, great. Let me ask you first question. How can I improve my English language? As
Hmm.
I live in the country that speak Arabic and Kurdish.
Okay. Well, one of the best ways to improve your English is to practice, practice, practice. So, what you're doing now, speaking
Mm.
with native English speakers can help. I also recommend if you have a hobby like reading or watching movies or music, listening to these things in English can help you become more comfortable with the words.
Uh, do you think it's practice with the that's mean shadowing to repeat after the recorder?
You could. It will help you to become familiar with the sounds, yes.
Mm.
But if you want to work on conversation, the best way to do that is to have conversations.
Okay. Do you think it's learning like a baby's it's better?
Do I think what now?
Like learning English like babies it's better?
Well, I think I don't know if it's better, but it's easier when when
Mm.
children are smaller because it's just sounds to them. They haven't learned, their brain isn't in Arabic or English or Spanish. It's just learning, right? So it's harder for us when we're adults to learn a language because our brain is already thinking in our mother tongue. So
Wow, that's amazing. Okay. Where did you studying English at the university? At the USA?
Well, I was born speak. I was from America, so I learned English in my from my parents, from my friends. But yes,
Mm.
I did do English background. I have a bachelor's in English as well from a university.
Which university did you study in the USA?
Georgia State University.
Mm.
Georgia is
Mm.
a state in the South.
Do you live in Georgia State?
You said, do I live there?
Yes.
I'm from there. No, I'm currently living in Thailand. I live in I
Absolutely, I
moved.
know that, but you was studying at you were studying at the Georgia University. Maybe you
Uh-huh.
live in the Georgia state,
I
right?
lived there before. Yes, that was my home.
Yes.
Yeah. So I lived,
Mm.
that was home. So I lived there.
Okay. Do you think it's learning English it's difficult for a person who is speaking English the second language?
I think learning a language is difficult for anyone who has
Mm.
not learned a language before. Learning a language will always be challenging because it's new, right? But it's not impossible.
Absolutely. If you want to practice every day, watch BBC, CNN, watch movie, listen to the music, listen to the songs, listen. Do you think songs it's useful for the who want to learn improve English language?
Yes, I think so. I think so because you're
Which
hearing the sounds.
which
Um,
is better? Watch film in American or British accent or listen to the songs? Which is useful for the learning if you want to learn English fast. We are in year to 2024, and
yeah.
technology will help. And maybe we can travel in the moon or the space with the hours, maybe in the future.
Yeah, yeah, maybe,
Okay,
maybe.
maybe. And technology is very fast.
It is,
And
right? It is.
yes.
But I
And
don't
do you?
think if you really want to learn a language, you can't think about it and how fast can I do it? Because you everyone learns differently. Some people learn
Mm,
better by hearing, some people learn better by writing. So it really
mm.
depends on how you prefer to learn. Um, all all exposure to English will help you. So the songs or the movies, any of that. Sometimes watching movies are helpful because you can put on the subtitles, right? So
But
you're listening
but
and reading.
I think the vocabularies and sentences and phrases and expressions in the movies it's very different about any English language. It's very
Oh,
special. It's very specific
oh,
vocabularies or specific expressions and specific sentences.
okay.
Do you think it's these expressions and vocabulary sentence in the film it's informal?
No, not always. It depends on the
Hmm.
film because I mean, all films are different, right? You could watch
Hmm.
a movie on something very like a serious subject, and that would be formal. So it depends on what kind of movie you're watching.
Okay. Let us about. Do you have some idea to make me learning English fast, or accept that practice with the listening and shadowing and repeat the words or phrases, the sentences that I heard to repeat after recording because they are going to save this automatically.
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of ways to do it. I think if you were doing a lesson with me on Cambly, we would start with a topic that you're interested in. And then
Mm.
within those topics, there are lessons, right? And all the lessons would give you, like, for example, would give you vocabulary. And then we would talk about, let's see, I'm just looking for an example. This could be some material here. So, for example, this one I just selected daily routines, right? And so, how to make basic conversation. Just so you can see, you would have what your goals are. And then we're talking about questions. You're going to review vocabulary, so words that
I
you
always
are
would you
learning.
like to read this? Huh? Would
This
you
is
like
just
to
an
read this for you?
example. So you asked me a question, so I was telling you what I would do. This is not
Yes.
this is not the lesson that we're doing because it's only like 6 minutes now. But if you're interested, then we could find a lesson that you want, and then we would practice. We would talk. We would do vocabulary, and
Mm.
then you would have listening, writing, and conversation practice. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking clearly, yes, I know that. Let me us discuss about something about past, simple and negative and questions. Can you tell
Mm-hmm.
me about how, which time do I use the past simple?
The past simple tense is used when you're talking about something that happened in the past. So it could be you describing something that has already happened.
Happening, happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why we name it the past simple?
Because there's so many different pasts. There's a past perfect, past progressive past. So past simple means that this is the most basic version of the past tense. For example, yesterday I ate.